Have you ever seen somebody that didn't have many friends and people just weren't that nice to them? I think that we should all try and be friends with those people, and that exact thing happens in I Am a Bear by Jean-Francois Dumont. I don't know how I got here. I have no memory of my life before, just a few images that flash before my eyes from time to time, like the car headlights that sweep over my bed at night. All I know is that one morning I woke up here on this street and I haven't left it since. Could you imagine waking up in a new place and knowing nobody? I am a bear. I know, there's no such thing as a bear who lives on the street, right in the middle of everyone. It took me a while to admit it too. At first, I thought that I was like everyone else. I'd go home at night for dinner and fall asleep peacefully in a nice soft bed. But I quickly realized that that life wasn't for us bears. That's why I sleep here on these cardboard boxes on the street. At first, I didn't know that I was a bear, but when I tried to speak to this little lady who was passing by and I saw her reaction, I started to understand. Apparently, bears do not communicate well with people. I tried again, of course. The woman at the bakery fainted, the doorman at number 9 called the police, and the butcher chased me to the end of the street with his big, sharp knife. Fortunately, bears run faster than butchers. Since then, I've learned to keep quiet, and in spite of my big body, I make myself as small as possible. Finding something to eat hasn't been very easy, even though there's no shortage of food. Rolls and chocolate-filled pastries in the bakery window, beef ribs, sausage, and smoked bacon at the butcher shop, jars of jam and honey on the grocer's shelves. It's all enough to make your mouth water. But when I tried to help myself, the big paw of the security guard came down on my shoulder. Without really understanding what was happening to me, I found myself outside, face down on the sidewalk, my stomach still empty. I realized that it was better to pick through the garbage cans at night. Isn't that sad? Having to stay out until the wee hours, I ended up sleeping all day on my mattress of cardboard boxes, sheltered a little by the doorway of a building. People no longer pay attention to me. I don't even know if they know that there is someone dozing under that pile of old clothes. But after all, I am a bear. And a bear in the city? There's no such thing. When people do notice me, they make a face. I tell myself that I must not smell very good. It's true that it's been a long time since I've bathed, but a bear smells like a bear. That's just how it is. All they have to do is plug their noses. Would you be sad if every time someone saw you, they made a face? On one particular morning, I was feeling like a grumpy old bear. I was sitting on my cardboard boxes, staring aimlessly. I no longer even paid attention to the people who passed by without even glancing at me. I was lost in my thoughts, grumbling about my poor bear life, when a small voice caught my attention. Why do you look so sad? I wonder who that could be. Speechless, I raised my head to find a little girl looking at me. It was the first time in ages that someone had spoken to me. Are you sad because you smell bad? I remembered the woman at the bakery who had been so afraid, and I just shook my head no. The girl gave a little smile and came closer. You look like a teddy bear, but a teddy bear never looks that sad. I didn't get a chance to answer. Her father grabbed her by the hand and they hurried away. He seemed to be explaining something to her with big gestures. At the end of the street, the little girl turned her head toward me, and on her lips, I read, "See you tomorrow." I think he's finding a friend. The next day, when they came back, I was clean as a raccoon, my fur brushed and shiny. I had straightened out my pile of boxes. I didn't want to make a bad impression. The girl smiled at me, came up to me, and whispered in the hollow of my ear, "Hello, teddy bear." That warmed my heart as if all those cold winters spent on this sidewalk had never happened. Then she continued skipping along on her way to school, and when she turned the corner, she gave me a little wave. Today, like every morning, I wait for her. I know that when she arrives, my heart will leap in my chest, and suddenly my life will feel brighter, like when the sun breaks through the clouds. I may only be a bear lost in the city, but I am a teddy bear, and that's no small thing. I think that we can make so many more people happier if we were as nice as that little girl was to the bear.